fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another sale. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
With his rhymes, I make a joke. Everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another sale. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get the off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstated your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of good to start. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when the breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Philadelphia Eagles. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Go. Sweetie! Go. Go.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Wentz now to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 39, Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
2nd and 3. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Slam. Check.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up into great success.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. This is complete to Michael Thomas. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
They will run for the first time here with White. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Will Lutz on for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very up. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. He gets this one complete to Tre'Quan Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down.
1st down, Saints.
Here we go, here we go. 60 orange.
On 1st down, Love. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. It got his man complete. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Switch. Watch the
Kamara. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Ready?
Come on. Watch out. Tie it right. Go down. Here we go. Watch 7.
To throw on second down. Love. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun. Love. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. But likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. On the return, Harris. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Here's White. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Third base, let's go.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8. From the gun, Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Love. And a throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
51. Sunday. 51. I got it.
Wentz now on 1st down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now they'll run it on the taunts. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Elliott good with a PAT. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, here's White. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Check 53, Mike. We got it. Alert flare. Dog. Check 99. Ready.
They'll try the right side here with White. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, Love. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28.
A gain of 29 yards. First down, New Orleans.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Come on now, let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Squeeze, get in there.
Watch the twist. Left three. Hard. Check three.
Go.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
On the ready.
93's the mic. Let's go one more.
Run. He done 66. Throw it. Run.
Check. 93's the mic. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Hut.
From the gun, Love. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. That's the watch.
Ready, go.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one.
Blue John Corker. 36. Check 24.
Let's go.
They're going to try and run. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
At the 36-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw, it's Wentz. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Man, I got you. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Kill. 47's the mic, boy. 47.
On first down, Wentz. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. He's got his man on the crossing route. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Again, it's Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
To the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They run it again with Kamara. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here we go, here we go. 60, orange. By 7, let's go.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Got it.
93 is the mic. 93 is the mic. Blue down, blue down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Alpha.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's taken in by Callaway. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Switch. Patch it. Wahoo! Check, 93 is the mic. 93 is the mic.
Go.
They'll look to throw again. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Another run with Sanders. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Tyson.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
Now after the loss, they come up 2nd and 11 from the 19-yard line. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Here we go. Set. 16 outlaw.
Hey, look, 3, a little back. Check 37.
We can see it.
Hey, check 24. Check 25.
On first down, White. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Do you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively.
53, Mike. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey,
General, fast.
you don't want it.
Ready, go.
To throw on second down, Love. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
At the Eagles' 8-yard line.
Ready. 60, Pittsburgh. 53, Mike, 53. Ready, go.
On second down now, it's White. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness, off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Tighten up. Slam.
Kamara trying again. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal.
H3, 218, chopper.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal.
He's coming. We got double up. Shift. Watch the shift. Shift. Ready.
They'll try and run it with White. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And Lutz puts this one through. And that's going to up the lead to 15-10. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go. Louis! Watch the run! Watch the run! Watch the run!
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll run with White. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They go right back to White here on 1st down. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
Check 31, check 31. Check
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On 3rd down, Love. And that is incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one, to me, You take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end, and he goes out right around the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal, don't necessarily need a touchdown. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 44-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Great 15, great 15.
Throwing on first is Wentz, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's get sack lunch.
Great 15, great 15.
47 to Mike, boy, 47. Check, 47.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards on the play.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye court.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. So a big play for the Eagles now as they'll go for 2.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Even. 4 down. Even.
Wentz to throw again. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted a tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Single receiver, single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw on second down. Love. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. White. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and drop shy of the 45. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. On 4th down, Love. And no, it's incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Eagles' defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield and out of bounds. In a perfect world, they know what hash they want to get to for their kicker, and they already know the distance that he feels comfortable. That'll dictate what they do on offense.
See if they can get in his range.
Here we go. 120!
Watch the slant.
Hey, kill. Hey, force, don't kill.
Now Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a first throw here in overtime. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here we
3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
I'm coming after you. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Operating from the gun, Love. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Now part 1 is done, now part 2.
At the 26-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, let's go. Sunday. Every day. Any day. Check.
What can Wentz do now with his drive? Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Throwing now is Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch the screen. We're 5-7. 4-7's the mic.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Aguilar has it. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
We always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Get ready. Get ready. Here. Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on this. Motion man.
Now a handoff looking right. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Saints' 40-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Let's go. 57. 51's the mic.
Here's Wentz to throw. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 17-yard line.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back.
Let's get it. Go. 180. Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT.
3rd and 2.
Done. 120. I'm coming after you. Done.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime, as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for the Eagles, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my